I just don't think you can play him enough minutes. Remember, he led the team in minutes played a year ago. Ball is up. Game is on. Memphis wins the tap. They'll have it to start the fourth quarter. This is a very good road team and just a very good team overall. They've won 7 in a row, most recently walloping against the Pistons as Jaren Jackson Jr. lays it in for the game's first bucket. We saw that report from Jamie. Memphis, the best defensive team when Ja went out. I asked the coaching staff before the ball game. They are 5 for 5 and they lead 15-7. Tyus Jones goes back to Jaren Jackson. Dismissed by Ivica Zubac.
Now, this is a Clippers team that led the league in field goal percentage a year ago. Jaren rolls to the rim. Zubac with a rejection.
This is the first game on the road for Memphis after again winning against Detroit back on Beale Street. They won 118 to 88. Jaren Jackson was dominant, maybe not that dominant. Meanwhile, Jackson lays it in his second basket. Zaire Williams, we'll have a little bit more on him later. And you talk about those minutes for Reggie Jackson. They're not just minutes, they're like the toughest minutes for the team. Batum has his three-point shot blocked. The Grizzlies recover down 22 to 13. Bain tumbles on the floor. They find Jaren Jackson, the awkward three.
But not keeping him from working the refs when guys are at the line, and obviously they're missing him tonight.
I talked with Brad Jones before the ballgame as Jaren Jackson Jr. knocks in the triple. When I was asking about leadership with this team, he said, look, we are the second youngest roster in the league, but we have found guys that fit our culture, fit our system. Applications for my job can be sent to 1212 Flower Street here in downtown Los Angeles. Jackson out of the timeout, gives to Tyus Jones. Jackson steps out, doesn't take a ton of mid-range shots, knocks that one down right. And they just started rolling when, at least defensively. And now they're without Ja Morant and Brooks. Meanwhile, it's going to be Jaren Jackson hoisting up another three. A whistle, loose ball foul against the Clippers. Memphis is going to grind. That is for sure. Jackson. And the rebound, a one-handed one by Terrence Mann. Jackson nicely inside to Senior, has the ball stripped out of his hands and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Clippers.
As good as Memphis has been this season, specifically defensively, as you see there, their defense travels really well.
With all these players going in and out, have you ever looked across the floor and not recognized a player? He said, yeah, I did it in my own locker. Here's Teskey, played at University of Michigan.
I imagine that's happened to a few coaches over the last few weeks.
47-46. Memphis now out in front. Jaren Jackson, giant strides down the lane. That's 4 quick points for Jaren Jackson Jr. Clippers and Grizzlies tied at 52. Morris catch and shoot three. It is short. Under 4 minutes remaining in this first half, tied at 52. We get a quick word from Hyundai. Oh, he was really excited to play alongside Steven Adams. We wish him a speedy recovery. Get well soon as he entered health and safety protocols. As Jackson makes both free throws. Amir Coffey has the rebound. Zoo has the ball punched out of his hand. 1:30 to play here in the second quarter. Memphis leads by 2. Clark inside, lays it up and lays it in. In that conversation, he is that terrific. If you haven't seen Ja Morant, you need to. By the way, what a 1-2 punch there from Jaren Jackson Jr. and Brandon Clark coming off the bench now with 8 points and 6 rebounds. Terrific player here for Memphis. He has 15 first half points as we get a quick word from Kia. Jackson, his father played in the NBA. We've seen a 22-point turnaround here. Brandon Boston beats the buzzer. Can he knock the shot down? No. Rebound taken by Jaren Jackson. And they are not part of the playoff picture. They will be in the playoff picture. The question will be where. Will they have home court advantage? The answer is likely yes, as Reggie misses on the first shot of the second half. Again, Clippers trail by 10. Memphis 21-6 when they lead by double figures. Jackson for 3. It is offline. Just off of Beale Street, the answer is very well. Coffey, a seductive ball fake, takes it to the house. Denied by Jackson. It'll stay with the Clippers. About Christina, that's when the defense and the net rating is the best in the league in that time frame.
And by the way, multiple blocks.
You wonder if playing along Steven Adams isn't a huge thing. He said it was going to be the highlight of his career to that moment. Jackson misses the runner, rebound batted around. I thought somebody went through the cylinder. They did. Count the basket. 41% from above the arc. Jackson from the wing to the lane. Denied again by Jackson Jr., his namesake. Sensational finish. Jaren's man hitting the three. And Clippers will have bigger wins this year as far as standings go, but that one was as good as it gets emotionally. Williams after the turnover. It's good. And the largest lead of the game from Memphis. Reggie from the wing to the lane, a whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws here in college. So I have blacked out several years, several nights really, as Jackson makes go to the first of 2. You will receive 2 free tickets to an upcoming Clippers home game while supplies last. Learn more at clippers.com. Who has erupted here in this third quarter, has 18. Gives to Jackson. Pirouettes, lays it up, but not in. Rebound taken by Morris. Here come the Clippers under 8 to play in the third. The Clippers are dead last in the league in points off of those opportunities. They have only 3, make it 4 fast break points now. As Amir Coffey, 1 out of 2, Christina.
Leon Wood, that was a priceless reaction. I'm not sure what Ty Lue said to him.
Former NBA basketball player, played for Team USA alongside Michael Jordan. There's Ty Lue instructing. As I mentioned earlier, Jackson hasn't missed a free throw. What they want to do. Zach Kleiman and company, mentioned that Taylor Jenkins is the perfect hire man. Misses on the 3. Rebound goes to Jackson, his 6th. Jackson. Over man, misses, gets his own rebound, knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Clippers. Jackson. Over man, misses, gets his own rebound, knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Clippers. Jackson. Over man, misses, gets his own rebound, knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Clippers. Terrence so far today 3 for 9, does have 7 points and 7 rebounds. Bain gets the screen from Jackson, who pops out on the wing. 3 is good for Jaren Jackson. And have not looked back since. They want the Clippers in their rearview mirror. The runner by Reggie, in and out. Rebound, Zoo has it torn away by Jackson. And the Clippers in trouble right now with 9:03 to play. Boston accelerates. Might have been blocked. He winds up face down.
Each night, compete and stay in the right situation, stay in the right frame of mind. You know, middling around 500 right now, but as you said, you just have to reach that 10 seed. Road trip, we haven't seen that for a couple of seasons. They used to have that long Grammy trip. Those are a climb.
8 games, 2 full weeks for the Clippers. And you were hoping they could protect the house as they head out of the road. Jamie, thank you. So Fred VanVleet is just terrific. We learned the hard way last week in Toronto. Ty Lue says, let's focus on tomorrow. We learned the hard way last week in Toronto. Ty Lue says, let's focus on tomorrow. As Jay Scrub, Wenyan Gabriel.
I said, had you ever gone back and watched some of your mom's film? And he immediately said, nah, there wasn't film back then. And I looked it up. She played in the late 90s. There was film. It's
He's
like
grounded.